Today, Precarious plays
Lost Kingdoms 2. Blue Man Group. It's dancing.
I don't know.
They've got a backup dancer.
Not enough paint. Not enough paint splats. Oh my gosh, I used to have like this really incredible Blue Man Group poster.
Yeah?
It was just really bright and crazy looking. I've always been a bright colors type of person. I appreciate subtlety, but I don't enjoy it. And my dad had been to a printing technology convention, and this is the type of convention where like everybody has their best, biggest, weirdest, most technologically advanced printer, and they're all like printing impossible DPI samples the entire time you're at the show. So they have just basically, they generate a bunch of trash, but the trash happens to be like the most colorful, most taxing images that they can think of.
Yeah, so like those old super crazy tech demos for early computers where it's like, oh, what is it? There's a, yeah, I think it's actually still used today, the thing I'm thinking of. It is a fuzzy sphere that's used to stress out a computer.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. Right?
That kind of stuff, but for printers. And the thing is, in order to be showy,
oh no,
the fuzzy sphere is not enough for people who are wanting to, like, you can't just print a fuzzy sphere and expect people to be impressed. However, you can print lots of copies of the most colorful, high contrast image of the Blue Man Group that you happened to Google that day. Like a really high res image. And I'm not joking, this sucker was like 3 feet by 4 feet. It was immense on glossy medium. And I just loved it. It had no words on it. It's just a picture of like, I can't remember if there's 3 or 4 of them, but the blue guys drumming on the drums that splash paint. And so the paint was like erupting everywhere. It was all the colors all the times, and it was really a nice reproduction. And there were several other, like there were some fun vintage movie posters that, I mean, but the thing is that like basically the demonstration is over once it prints, and they have prints hanging in their booths already. They've probably printed their own booths. So it basically generates trash, and that trash turns into swag that you can take home as samples. So my dad brought home like a bunch of rolls of posters, like really killer posters, just for free from that convention because, you know, that's just what they were doing. I don't think they would do that way now. They would probably just have pre-printed materials and things like that. This was...
That sounds way less fun.
Yeah, and it may be less fun, but probably a little bit more responsible.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, responsibility. Oh. But you have to imagine this was in the probably early 2000s, late 90s, somewhere around there. So it probably took like 3 hours to print the poster I had, you know? But like if you have a weekend convention, anyways, it was really impressive, and I remember like salivating over that print quality for a long time. Maybe that's when I decided I wanted to be a graphic designer. I don't know.
That's peculiar.
What's up?
So, the ice golem... Oh, but it's a summon. It gives off water energy that damages every fire monster on the battlefield regardless of defensive ability. I thought that it was a helper card or an independent creature like the water elemental. And I thought it was peculiar because you could like double up on them. But just being able to blast the field with elemental, like raw water damage is also pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think I need to pick up the pace because I think that we might win today.
I mean, that would be cool. I mean, I feel like we already won.
No, it wouldn't be cool.
Oh, because
I was right after all. It's purple. Well, no. The thing is, I can play this whenever I want. It will just be a more lonely, isolated experience than it is at present. Mm-hmm. Because, oh, that exploded when I killed it. Good to know. One of the reasons why we do this show, it's so I can, it creates a dedicated time where we sit down and play games, and because you'll do literally anything if it's work.
Yes, I will do anything if it's work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if I could convince you that it was connected to a quarterly report, you would eat gravel.
How big's the gravel? Is it big gravel?
Well, when's the report due?
Yeah, right. Oh gosh, I have issues.
Can I delegate? Can I delegate the gravel?
Hey, I know that that's why we started doing this, but you know, I feel like I've made some personal strides in that arena.
Well, yeah, because you know what? You have become, like, I think that that's the greatest sign of success of this whole deal.
Yeah.
You said, I want Marvel Spider-Man. You got Marvel Spider-Man. And then you played and beat Marvel I haven't beaten Marvel Spider-Man.
You should. It's fun.
Well, I've gotten caught up on all of the side activities and stuff. Mm-hmm. I might never see the end of the story, but you've beaten it, and now you're like, I want Miles Morales now.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And I'm just like, I want Spider-Gwen.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say no to Spider-Gwen, but Miles Morales is my favorite. Favorite.
You know, somebody said something the other day, talking about how, I'm gonna get her name wrong. She's super cool. She's one of my favorite actresses. She's one of my favorite actresses that's working now.
What was she in?
Charlize Theron.
Oh yeah.
Charlize?
Theron, I don't know. It's an interesting name.
She's awesome, and someone was talking on Twitter about how, like, Marvel hasn't approached her to do a role yet, and then they put up sort of like their wish. They were like, Marvel, get on this! Have her be bleh.
Yeah.
And no, they were wrong. I want her to be an adult version of Spider-Gwen that adopts the role of, like, the primary spider person.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah, that would be interesting, because she is just very willowy and dancery like that. Or at least, she's just such a good actor. She can morph.
So here's the pitch, right? The pitch is that they decide to bring in, like, the concepts of Into the Spider-Verse into the live-action stuff. Yeah. And she has to basically, like, tutor... Oh, dang, I can't remember the actor's name right now. He's such a handsome young man.
Current Spider-Man?
Yeah. What is his name?
Tom...
Selleck.
No! Now I'm never gonna remember.
I'm sorry. Oh, I can see his adorable little face. What is his name?
I don't know.
You know, I don't even know if he's that young. I think he might just have a youthful face.
Yeah, like, what is that comedian?
Oh god, we're just piling more names we don't know on the list. The point is that the current Spider-Man could be tutored by Charlize Theron as Spider-Gwen, and I think it would be like a nice turn after Far From Home, where somebody offers to tutor him a little bit, like becomes a mentor figure, and it was a trap.
It was so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
What is that?
It is the embodiment of yin and yang, I guess.
Okay.
When glowing pink, it damages any creature that gets too close. When glowing white, it will restore the hit points of any creature that approaches. The summoner can also be affected by the nature of this creature.
Mm-hmm.
That's going in the do not use bin. I appreciate the effort, but...
No, thank you.
Weird...
Dolly sculpture.
Weird guy.
Here is the Dolly monster.
Expands in size as the player repeatedly presses the assigned button. The larger it is, the more damage it will do when it explodes. What? That is such a weird mechanic to give to just one creature. I'd never even considered pressing a button more than once for any, like, non-weapon creature.
There's such...
Man, you know what I just realized? That just gave me an idea. This floor is full of vampires. I just realized that, for weapon creatures, they totally could have given them a press or hold function.
Yeah, they could have.
If they had wanted to.
I'm impressed with the amount of game that there is in the post-game right now.
Yeah, well, the thing is that the focus on the monsters here is great.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't... The environment is nothing to write home about.
Well, no, but...
But the monsters, that's like the focus of this experience, and seeing so many weird monsters all together like this is pretty great. Man, I've realized the problem with this deck. Yeah, oh god. I'm pretty sure that there's like a total cap to the experience that you can have. So I'm probably actually just losing points now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to play.
Until we win.
Well, no. Maybe I just don't want to play this game for like another 20 hours on my own. The proficiency system might be what does it in. Three. I've got threes again in 3 elements. That's awful.
Whatever. You will so go through and play more.